Hello ladies and gentlemen, you're watching NDTV. Rekha Gupta, a three-time councillor and a first-time legislator, someone steeped in the RSS ideology and way of working, a student leader in the past, was sworn in as Delhi's 9th Chief Minister today. Ms. Gupta, a lawyer by profession with 30 years in active politics, was chosen even as veteran Delhi BJP leaders such as Vijender Gupta and Satish Upadhyay and giant killer Pravesh Verma, who defeated Arvind Kejriwal, watched mainly because of her wide-ranging acceptability by the organisation, its cadre. She has maintained a low profile, is seen as more accommodating and also dedicated to party work. More importantly, this is also the BJP setting the stage for implementation of the Women's Reservation Bill, Nari Shakti Adhiniyam. Indian society is now used to women as voters, but we need more women leaders. And Delhi has had Sheila Dikshit, Sushma Swaraj and Atishi in the past, and that tradition is only getting strengthened with yet another woman all calling the shots. Now, new Chief Minister Rekha Gupta, you see the visuals there, has had a packed schedule on day one of her government. Soon after taking oath along with her Council of Ministers of 6 leaders, this afternoon she went to her office at the Delhi Secretariat. She met officials and leaders. Following meetings and greetings, the first thing the Chief Minister did was to call a cabinet meeting. Rekha Gupta and her cabinet meetings also attended Yamuna Aarti at Vasudev Ghat today. This was her pointer that cleaning of the river Yamuna is going to be very important for her cabinet. Rekha Gupta has also said that her government will soon fulfill the monthly promise of Rs 2,500 to poor women of Delhi. Ayushman Bharat, a big flashpoint between the former Aam Aadmi Party government and centre, is also likely to get implemented in the capital very soon. Cleaning of Yamuna, air pollution, governance, civic issues, water and overall infrastructure. Rekha Gupta and her 6 ministers, Parvesh Verma, Ashish Sood, Manjinder Sirsa, Kapil Mishra, Pankaj Singh and Ravinder Singh have a lot to do in the coming days. What are the challenges? What are the expectations? And more importantly, what needs to be the vision for Delhi when it comes to the new government? We will get voices on that today. Let's first listen into what Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister, also NDA ally, TDP Supremo Chandrababu Naidu said today in this regard. Remember, he was also there for the swearing-in ceremony. He took part in the oath-taking. After that, there was this grand lunch that was organized by the NDA, the BJP, to accommodate, to show all the NDA partners that today is a special day, not just for the BJP, but for the NDA. You see the visuals there. Chandrababu Naidu spoke on what his expectations from the Delhi government are. Let's listen into what he said.
Highest polluted city in the world is Delhi. Now you will have a free air now. Your health will be improved. And also Yamuna river is going to purify now. All pollution will go. As a matter of fact, everybody is coming to Delhi by saying this is my capital. For the last 10 years, whenever you come to Delhi, you want to leave Delhi immediately because of pollution.
We have Yamuna Gupta of the BJP joining us. We also have Amitabh Tiwari, who is a data expert and also political analyst. We also have Sajjan Kumar, author and political analyst, joining us. Thank you all of you for joining me on this broadcast. It's an important day for all Delhiites. To you, Yamuna Gupta, first, we've had this conversation even in the run-up to the campaign, and I remember you telling us that Yamuna is going to be important for the BJP once it forms the government. Today, the optics of it clearly shows that the government is well intended when it comes to cleaning of the Yamuna, and there seems to be a sense that this is going to be on agenda when it comes to the BJP's priorities. How do you see Rekha Gupta's first day, the cabinet, before that the swearing in, and of course the Yamuna Aarti today? What can you expect in the coming days?
Good evening, ma'am. So, the oath ceremony today was a grand success and saw people from all across Delhi as well as other states attend in large numbers to bless the new BJP government, which has received the people's mandate in Delhi after 27 years. Modi ji and all the other dignitaries graced the occasion, of which I was fortunate to be a part of, making it an absolutely wonderful day. And as you can see, work has already started. We've not wasted any time. There are a lot of challenges in Delhi which we have to fulfill, and we've also got to fulfill all our manifestos within the timelines given. Let's go to the Yamuna. You've seen the Yamuna Aarti just as we're seeing visuals on your TV. The new BJP government is absolutely committed not only for cleaning the Yamuna up, but also rejuvenating it to the level that an ordinary citizen can go and spend time at the riverbank without turning away in disgust as their nose and eyes both are assaulted by the various smells and sights, which have been the case in the past 10 years. We are going to give you a comprehensive plan to clean the river, not through guesswork, but through a scientific methodology. And by 2027, we will hope and pray and plan to make this goal happen. And our newly inducted cabinet all are a part of this. So I can assure you that over here, there's not going to be no shirking of responsibility or blaming anybody else for anything. It's all on us, and we are going to commit to what we have planned.
Right. Valid points there. Amitabh Tiwari, we used to talk about Yamuna River quite a bit when the campaign was going on, and the only hope was the noise shouldn't die down until the next political showdown. Today, on the first day, the Chief Minister is doing a Yamuna Aarti there. She's somebody who understands the BJP and RSS way of working. So optics-wise, there is so much of Hindutva there. At the same time, there's also talk of substance, because this is going to be an important agenda for the BJP, but it is going to be difficult. How do you see the move by Delhi cabinet today to make, a collective appearance? Because, you also see all of them standing together. It is also an expression of unity there. How do you see the optics that is being played out today? What is the larger messaging that the party is trying to give out?
See, the river Yamuna holds a special place in Hindu culture and religion, and the cleaning of the Yamuna, the drinking water issue, all became big issues during the election campaign of Delhi. It was very acrimonious campaign, even to the extent that the Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party blamed the Haryana government for the drinking water rules of the people of Delhi. So, since the Prime Minister himself has made a commitment that he will under his guidance, the cabinet of Delhi will lead to the cleaning of the Yamuna, and there will be a rejuvenation of the river. Also, some people talking about making a riverfront like Sabarmati. So it is on the first day itself we see the entire cabinet going up to the river and performing the Aarti there. So it's symbolic also. It also shows that the party and the cabinet is fairly committed to resolving this issue, as Yamuna is very important not only for Delhi but for many other nearby states, and it is the lifeline of Delhi in terms of drinking water. So
Right.
All the ministers were present. It also shows unity. We
Yes.
have Bajrang Panda and Virendra Sachdeva also present, the key strategist of the
Right.
Delhi victory. So on the first day itself, I think there's a very positive message being sent by the Delhi CM and the cabinet.
So this is, a move that's not just high on optics, but also high on substance. As Amitabh Tiwari is also pointing out, Yamuna is a river that is that's worshipped by people of Delhi. There are festivals that are dedicated to this river. Chief Minister Rekha Gupta there arriving at the Delhi Secretariat. Those are the cars, part of her convoy. Remember, it's been a packed day for her. She started her day with the oath taking that took place at the Ram Leela grounds, and of course then there was a cabinet meeting. She also met her ministers, and then they all went to Vasudev Ghat, where they took part in this Aarti. Those visuals there of Rekha Gupta, the Chief Minister of Delhi, the 9th Chief Minister of Delhi, was appointed today, and she took oath today. You see her and her cabinet ministers. There are going to be important meetings today, several important decisions that have to be taken. Let me go across to my colleague Tanushka before I go to my other guests. But we also have Umesh Sehgal, who's former Chief Secretary of Delhi, joining us, somebody who understands Delhi administration. Let me first go to Mr. Sehgal to get a little, insight on this. Mr. Sehgal, we all know that Delhi is landlocked when it comes to, not just addressing the problem of Yamuna or pollution. It faces a lot of challenges. It's a city-state. When it comes to administration, there are challenges. When it comes to governance, there are more challenges because there are different power centers. What, according to you, should be the top priorities for the new government, and what do you think, where is the solution here when it comes to these confrontational issues such as air pollution, water pollution and governance?
Well, water and air, they are both very, very difficult issues. Let us remember one thing, that the river may be coming through Punjab and Haryana, but when it enters Delhi, it is not this polluted. It is quite clean. It is only after the Wazirabad barrage that the Yamuna becomes really polluted. So it is basically this channel, which is a highly polluted water which comes in. And it is coming from to some extent from Gurgaon, but mostly it is coming from the unauthorized colonies which are in the neighborhood of the Nazafgarh Dada. Now, I remember in 1997, Supreme Court said do it in 6 months. It has not been done in 25 years. So it is not going to be an easy task, but it is not impossible also. The first thing to do is that they must get the sewage treatment plants treating at least 90% of the water. It is now treating hardly 50-60% of the water. The rest of 30-40% is going untreated into the river. That has to be stopped. Even if 10% goes, it's bad enough, but it's actually better than 40%. So the sewage treatment plants have to be supplemented. I think you need more sewage treatment plants. I think the present ones should run to capacity, and they must now deliver water which is up to capacity. Now, the other problem is that a large number of areas in Delhi do not have proper sewerage. Which areas do not have a sewerage, there must be mini treatment plants, mini sewage treatment plants must be installed there.
Okay.
Otherwise, these so-called stormwater drains, they are supposed to carry on the rainwater. Right. You go to them today, you will find them full of water. From where is that water coming? It is actually sewage, and that goes directly into the Yamuna because they don't go via the
overhaul
sewage
of the
treatment
sewage
plant.
system, the drainage system, and more importantly, having mini treatment plants, ensuring there are these rules that are strictly followed when it comes to releasing of effluent. So many things that need to be done there. Let me also bring in my colleagues here, Tanushka, who joins us from the Yamuna Ghat, and also we have Ishika, who's joining us from outside the Delhi Secretariat. To you, Ishika, first, tell us, it's been a long day for all of us, especially for you. Tell us, what did you see, this whole urgency with which Rekha Gupta operated today? You were the first one to break the schedule of Rekha Gupta today. So it's been a packed day. Tell us, take us through all that she did today, and specifically on what is expected today, because she has also come back to the Secretariat. What can we expect today in the later hours?
Well, Vasudha, it certainly seemed like a very big day and rather a hectic schedule for the newly appointed Chief Minister of Delhi, Rekha Gupta. Now, we have seen that as soon as she took the oath as the Chief Minister, she in fact sprung into action. A lot of symbolism also at the play from her side. First she came at the Delhi Secretariat, in fact took charge as the Chief Minister here in the office, and then directly with her cabinet of ministers went to the Yamuna Ghat and in fact, pledged to clean the Yamuna, as it was one of the big promises that was made by the BJP. Now, just moments ago, we have seen that Rekha Gupta, Chief Minister Rekha Gupta, and her entire convoy. With apart from that, the 6 ministers have also arrived at the Delhi Secretariat. So, just in a short while from now, we are expecting that the very first cabinet meeting of this newly formed government will take place, and there we are expecting some big decisions to come out from the first cabinet briefing as well. Now, what are those? Certainly as per the sources that we are getting to know, the primary focus is going to be on the Ayushman Bharat Yojana implementation. So, whether, today itself it is declared that the Ayushman Bharat Yojana will be implemented or not remains to be seen. Also, in fact, the Mohalla clinics, remember, as per, what they had decided, the BJP had decided they will be revamping the Mohalla clinics. But very interestingly, we are also waiting whether what the BJP said regarding launching an investigation into Mohalla clinics, will that be done or not, also remains to be seen. Apart from that, another big point is the CAG reports. Those 14 CAG reports which till now have not been tabled. The BJP had promised to do so, and it remains to be seen whether today they will be deciding on the date as to when will the Legislative Assembly be called for those 14 CAG reports to be tabled. Apart from that, certainly Yamuna, clearly is the focus of this newly formed government. Whether or not the blueprint will come out in this meeting, that is also a big question at the moment. Over to you.
Okay, thank you, Ishika, for joining us with those details. An important day today, and several decisions expected today on the first day. This is a meeting that's not just high on optics, but also on substance, like Ishika is also reporting. Several important decisions with regard to the CAG reports, whether they'll be tabled or not. Remember, these are reports that have also pointed to alleged corruption by the Aam Aadmi Party. And also, there's that important decision on Ayushman Bharat and also welfare, giving away 2,500 rupees to poor women of Delhi. Tanushka also joins us. Tanushka, my colleague, reporting since morning today on Rekha Gupta, the new chief minister. Tanushka, tell us the whole thing about Yamuna. Tell us the takeaways that you have from this first event that the Delhi cabinet held together. There was a show of unity. There was a show of a collective, approach to work. There is, of course, the worship element to it, the Hindu element to it, but this is also so much about policy as much as it is about politics. What would be your key takeaways from the Yamuna Aarti that took place today, something that Rekha Gupta herself led?
Vasudha, more than this being, a show of unity, this definitely gave out a very strong message from the BJP with respect to hopefully their intent. Definitely speaking, we've spoken about optics and symbolism. This whole Yamuna Aarti, we must understand that oath taking happened just today. Right after the oath taking, there is a brief meeting with the Council of Ministers and the Chief Minister and the PM. And of course, the Chief Minister takes charge of the Delhi Secretariat. And right after that comes to the Yamuna banks for performing an aarti, a ritual, a typical Hindu ritual. So, and while I was here, there were chants of Jai Shri Ram going around when the puja was happening. So that was the atmosphere here. So we must understand that this is something that the BJP has held on to throughout their election campaign with respect to Yamuna cleaning. Since the Aam Aadmi Party in its second term, right at the beginning of it, Arvind Kejriwal had promised that by the end of 2025, he'll get the Yamuna cleaned entirely. However, he has not lived up to that promise, and this is one strain that the BJP picked upon and has, gone on to with right after the elections happened. The results came in. The BJP took upon the cleaning of the Yamuna. Garbage is being picked out of here, but of course, it is not that easy. Just picking out garbage of the Yamuna does not clean the entire river. There's much more to this. There are STPs that need to be brought in. There is also water flow that needs to be sorted from different states as well. So it is not a 2-day or a 3-day thing. It is a huge plan, and out here they did bring into focus the fact that their promise of cleaning Yamuna in the next 5 years is something that they're very keen upon. Okay. However, the very fact that also there were these 6 ministers of the BJP along with the chief minister on the very first day of them taking charge, performing ritualistic ceremony here at the Yamuna Ghat, gives across a very strong message to the people as well. Back to you.
Thank you, Tanushka. Let's also listen into what Jay Panda, the National Vice President of the BJP and also the in charge for Delhi elections, said today.
बीजेपी ने शुरुआत ही आरती से की है, सीएम यहां पर पहुंचे। सर, एक बार प्रतिक्रिया जरूर दे दीजिए सर।
देखिए, स्वयं प्रधानमंत्री जी ने दिल्ली के जनता को आश्वासन दिए हैं कि यमुना जो दिल्ली के लिए एक शर्म की बात होती थी, अभी दिल्ली की शान बनेगी। और पिछले कुछ दिनों से यमुना की सफाई शुरू हो गई है। जब प्रदेश सरकार जो झगड़ा में लगे हुए थे, जो झूठे इल्जाम में लगे हुए थे, वो हट जाते हैं, रुकावट नहीं कर पाते हैं, तो केंद्र सरकार के साथ मिलकर बहुत कुछ हो सकता है। आज जो यहाँ यमुना आरती हुई है, ये एक बहुत बड़ा सिंबल है। और इमीडिएटली इसके बाद पहला कैबिनेट मीटिंग में कई सारे विषय जो हमारे संकल्प पत्र में है, उस पर कैबिनेट निर्णय करेंगे। आने वाले 100 दिन में और आने वाले 5 साल में आपको बहुत कुछ देखने को मिलेगा। एक विकसित भारत का राजधानी जैसी होनी चाहिए, विकसित दिल्ली आपको देखने को मिलेगा।
Well, Sajan, thank you so much for waiting. You heard everybody out. Tell us, a lot of people would think that this is the BJP also showing a great sense of urgency because it's come to power in Delhi after 27 long years. It has struggled all these years to make a mark. Finally, that has happened. It's been a historic win for the BJP. You may also see this as, an approach to show how earnest the BJP is with regard to the capital. How do you see this move today, the oath-taking, the cabinet meeting, Yamuna on agenda? Clearly, there's so much pattern today.
Yes, Vasudha, if you see today's entire spectrum and the spectacle of the oath-taking and then going to the Yamuna Bank and doing Yamuna Aarti, that also not only it shows the intent, and party certainly, the government certainly is sending a seriousness to the electorates that they are quite committed to all the promises that they have made, and Yamuna being just one of the big signifier of their seriousness. But do remember, though it's a Herculean task, no doubt about that, something that has been happening since NDA 1 days. But this is a mandate, not just to the Delhi BJP. You know, they have formed the government. This is a mandate not just wherein the Rekha Gupta is there. This is a mandate directly to the Prime Minister, because it was the Prime Minister who spearheaded, who designed and who led the campaign, and who also promised a revamp of Delhi and sort of a paradigm shift in the landscape of Delhi in every sense. So therefore, mandate, Rekha Gupta is not alone. This is a government whose work would be supervised by the Prime Minister personally, because it is his reputation also which is at stake there. And therefore, you do see the kind of seriousness, the kind of urgency, because this is a government which doesn't have any excuse now. This is a government which doesn't have any honeymoon period, you know. So while for the big infrastructural transformation, it will have some leeway of some period, but do remember, after 4 months, monsoon would be there.
Right.
And then you cannot expect, you know, Delhi streets to be inundated. This is one. Two, it is at that time when the polluted water is at its worst.
Right.
Three, it is also the time that by 8th March, the freebies, something that AAP culture will continue, because it has been a part of the BJP's election promise. So on 8th, an Aam Aadmi Party would be willing to kind of be very, keep BJP on toe to deliver 2,500, etc. Right? So that is why this is a government which is directly in tandem, because its failure and success is directly linked to the reputation of the
That's
Prime
a very
Minister.
good point,
the central
Sajjan.
government.
Thank you so much. This is not a government that's going to work in isolation, because there's also the Prime Minister's reputation that's at stake here, his intent and his ability to deliver on the agenda of governance. Clearly, that is also something that people of Delhi will be expecting, which is why this is the BJP showing a sense of commitment and seriousness towards the mandate, the historic mandate that it received from the people of Delhi after 27 long years. What are the challenges? What are the expectations from the new government in Delhi, from the Chief Minister, Rekha Gupta? We're discussing that. We'll be back after a short break. I request all the guests to stay with us. Time for a short break. More news on the other side.